screen. Oh, hello. Here we are live every Wednesday, every week. This is Queen Mother Speaks, and I am your host, Ella Dashanaba King, also known as Queen Mother. Queen Mother, and I received that title in Ghana for 25 years of service, humanitarian service on the continent. All right. Well, our co-host Nana Efua Adezawa may come into the studio this evening. Meanwhile, we are in season 9. Our theme is If Not You, Who? And if not now, when? The time, ladies and gentlemen, is now. The time is now. All right, well, we turn our attention this week to the race, the Georgia race, where the time is now. Stay tuned. We'll tell you a little bit more about that a little later. I ask you to hit the like button, the share button, and the comment button. I like to give shout outs to Eric Ogungo, Esther Mathoni, Lydia Thicka, Kenya, who live in Kenya. We have Ambimbola, Lady Mo, Ursula Anderson, Michelle, Ernestine, Hi, Priestess Seyshat, Carmen, and Tina tuning in from Atlanta, Georgia. In studio today, we have with us one by the name of Selena. We're going to bring Selena in now so that she can say hello to
Mhm.
the audience. Selena, please greet
Hello,
the audience.
hello, good people. How are you? How are you doing? I'm so excited to be here, to be interacting with you so that we
Very
can get to learn about each other. My name is Selina Mwende Kioko, and I'm really excited to be here. Thank you so much, Queen Mother, for having
very
me
good.
here. I'm really honored and excited.
Very good. Thank you, Selena. We'll be hearing from her just a little bit later on in the show. So I invite you to get relaxed, get comfortable, and ready to hear this show because for sure you will learn something new. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that comment button. Let us hear from you. Now, if this is your first time tuning into Queen Mother Speaks, we like to thank you for that because we recognize that you could be anywhere doing anything. And as you are here, we thank you. We recognize that you chose to be with us today, and we like that. We like that very much. Now, Queen Mother Speaks normally have both men and women, youth on the show, and we cover, again, we are about issues that matter. So we cover a lot of different issues. So if you have someone that you'd like to see on the Queen Mother Speaks show, we're asking you to please click on facebook.com/Queen Mother Speaks, or you can click on facebook.com/Arthur Teresa R. Kemp and let us know who you would like to see on the show because we'd love to have them, especially if you've recommended them to be here. We'd like to say thank you to our guest from last week, which was Coach Rakaya, who tells us a lot about eating healthy, eating right, and living a healthy lifestyle. We also had a Kenyi on the show last week who is a nurse, what we call a community nurse, and she works a lot with new mothers. What an exciting thing that she is doing. We look forward to having her on the show again as well. Blessings to all of our faithful fans and happy birthday to those of you born in November. I'd like to give a shout out to some of my November people. My sister in law, Miss Virginia Miller, out of Birmingham, Alabama. Happy birthday to you, Virginia. I also like to give a shout out to my mother, who is an ancestor now, Mrs. Eugenia King, for her November birthday. My father, Reverend Floyd King, who's also an ancestor, and my elder brother, his name is Jesse P. Miller King. They all have entered the ancestral world, and we recognize them today and give a shout out on the days that they were born. I'd also like to take a moment now and give a shout out to the people from the West Coast who had to get up so early this morning to be with us. Thank you for tuning in to the Queen Mother Speak show. That would be Red, Adisa, and Kwashi out of Los Angeles. We have Tashmia, Nyla, Hakika, and Samantha out of San Francisco, California. Hello also to Talila in Morocco and Mary in Virginia. I'd like to also thank Christine, Stephanie, Kerr, and Chuck for tuning in to the Queen Mother Speak show. Now, I want to invite you to remember to stay safe, to keep washing your hands, not because the government tells you to, because you know that it is the right thing to do, isn't it? So keep washing your hands. I'd also like to say, keep tuning in to Queen Mother Speaks because we give you words of wisdom and things on expatriating to Africa. We give you dialogue from various guests, as we will have today. We give you words of wisdom, and we have a boutique of quotes and inspirational verses. Okay, now, right now, what we're going to do is go to the next part of our show, which we call our breathing session. From the Art of Living Institute, which we had on the show maybe a couple of years ago, we learned about the art of breathing. And I want to tell you that learning how to breathe certainly helped me to get through the pandemic season. So, right now, we're going to do a breathing exercise. Okay. We're just going to do three of these breathing exercises, and we invite each of you to do the breathing exercise with us. How does it work? Well, in through your nose. You breathe in to the count of 8 through your nose. Then you hold it to the count of 8. Then you release it. You exhale. And when you exhale, you're going to exhale very slowly to the count of 12. Now, when you first start out, you may not be able to do it all the way to the 12, but keep practicing it. And like I did, eventually you will get it. Okay? Okay. So, right now, we're going to start our breathing exercises. And we're going to ask you to breathe in to the count of 8. Are you ready? Here we go. Hold 2, 3, 4, 6, and release. Slowly, slowly. Very good. Let's try it again. Breathe in through your nose to the count of 8. Let's go. Hold 2, 3, 5, and release very slowly to the count of 12. Okay, we're going to try one more. This will be our last one. Breathing in through the nose to the count of 8. Hold. And release. Ah, thank you for joining with me on that. And let me just tell you, um, in a few weeks, we will have the Art of Living facilitator here to give you a 15-minute free online breathing exercise. So, again, I thank you today for breathing with me. All right. So, now in this moment, we're going to go to our meditation reading, and I'm going to read the topic of the meditation 3 times, and I'm asking you to listen with your heart. Okay? I am thankful for the doorknob. I am thankful for the doorknob. I am thankful for the doorknob. We thank Mr. Osborne Dorsey, who's an African American inventor, for the doorknob. Is the doorknob now taken for granted? As with the doorknob, most conveniences that we use today were invented for the ease of necessity to make our life easier and to make our life more efficient. In the metaphysical realm, there is an omnipotent and an omnipresent force that connects all things and all of our desires. How often do we notice that the access granted to good is made possible by our spiritual doorknob? Turn it and walk into the kingdom. I'm grateful and appreciative for the doorknob. It is a symbolic connection of entry into the kingdom. I mentally turn and enter into the kingdom with ease of access to my desires and my gifts. All things created are symbolic of my connection to the kingdom. I am thankful for all the creators and all the creations. Thank you, renunciation, in me, as me, around me, through the Christ within. And so it is. Our scripture for today is, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but we receive the spirit that is from God, that we may understand the gifts that are given to us by God. That's 1 Corinthians 2:12. Our scripture reading and meditation is from Daily Thoughts from the Hill, produced by Hillside Chapel and International Truth Center, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. All right, so now, next we're going to talk about what we talked about earlier today, and that is about the Georgia election. There will be a runoff election for the U.S. Senate seat in Georgia between Reverend Raphael Warnock, who's a Democrat, and Herschel Walker, who is a Republican. That will take place on December 6th, 2022. The winner of this race will serve a 6-year term. So the outcome of this race will have a lasting impact on Democrats and our ability to keep fighting for the issues that we just can't wait to see handled. Issues like a woman's right to choose, issues like racial justice, issues like environmental protection. The good news for you, ladies and gentlemen, is that you can still vote from abroad on the December 6th runout election, as long as you have registered to vote in Georgia before November 7th. What we're saying is you need to already have been registered to vote before November 2nd, but you will need to act quickly. So if you've already registered to vote, what you can do is visit www.democratsabroad.org/Georgia. I'll read that again, www.democratsabroad.org/Georgia, or you can write to info@democratsabroad.org. info@democratsabroad.org. All right. So that's the good news in terms of what's coming out of Georgia. Now, we are still expecting a few people to come into the studio this evening, okay? We're expecting a few to come into the studio, especially some of our expats who are living abroad, all right? I want to give you this information on the screen. I just read it to you, but I want to give it to you now, okay? So all you have to do is to visit www.democratsabroad.org, or you can write into info@democratsabroad.org, okay? And listen, that December 6th election is very important. So we want to encourage also you voters in Georgia to vote. We're also expecting a few voters from Georgia to drop into the studio before the show is over. We're going to just continue going. And as they tune in, we will bring them up into the studio. Okay, very well. Also, for those of you living in Georgia, I would like to say that you are invited to join President Obama and Senator Raphael Warnock for a Georgia runoff early vote rally. There will be an early vote rally in Georgia on Thursday, December 1. That's next week in Atlanta. And we hope to see you there. Now, this early voting is underway in some counties in Georgia, and we're starting a statewide on November 28th, which is in a few days. We're having a statewide. So any early voter can go in as of November 28th. And we can't let our momentum slow down between now and December 6th. So keeping this Senate seat blue is very vital, not only to Georgia, but the country as a whole. It's critical, very critical, that we reelect Senator Raphael Warnock to the U.S. Senate. So you can find your early voting location by going to www.iwillvote.com/Georgia. Did you get that? You can find where your early voting location, depending on where you live, if you go to www.iwillvote.com/Georgia. By going there, you can find out where you can go, the nearest place to your home for you to do your early voting. And you'll have from now again up until December 6th to do that. Okay? Thank you so much. So, those of you living in Atlanta, get on out and get it done. Get on out and get it done. Thank you again. So, right now, I'd like to introduce to you our guest who's currently in the studio. Her name is SELINAH MWENDE Kioko. SELINAH says, excuse me, let me just have a sip. Thank you for that. Okay. SELINAH says she is a CEO with Lagape Domestic Consultants. She's also a mental health consultant who is a voice for the voiceless. She says that her dream, and I'm quoting, she says, "My dream is one day to have zero stigma around mental health, zero stigma around illnesses, zero stigma around disorders." SELINAH says, "I want people to be able to talk about what's happening in their mental space without fear of being judged." Wow, that's a huge dream. Miss SELINAH says she's also very passionate about providing great workers. We'll find out in a moment what that means. She says she loves impacting women positively in providing jobs and opportunities for them and enabling them to live a better life. As a firm believer of one you can empower, she says one woman, if you can empower one woman, you can empower the whole community. Miss SELINAH also contested in the Georgia 2022 election as a woman representative, and she's going to talk to us about that too. This girl got over 10,000 votes when she threw her hat into the ring, but she's going to tell us all about that. Let's bring Miss SELINAH into the studio right now. All right.
Oh,
Welcome to Queen Mother Speaks. We're so happy to have you
thank,
here, and you're looking so lovely this evening. Okay.
thank you,
So I
thank
guess
you.
my first question to you, SELINAH, would
Mm-hmm.
be tell us about the Lagape Domestic Consultants.
Thank you so much, Queen Mother, for having me
Sure.
here. Lagape Domestic Consultants is a firm that you deal with providing good nannies, housekeepers, caretakers, and even gardeners. And I pride myself in giving people who understand why they are working. And the moment I give out somebody and they are happy and the client is happy, my joy is complete. So that is what I do in Agape. I train my girls, I mentor them, I talk to them so that they understand where they are working and so that they know when they get challenges what they should be doing. And even when they are faced with challenges, that they should not just leave their job place, but we talk about it and we get solutions. We also talk about what is happening with our clients. They tell me their issues, I listen, and then we
Uh-huh.
come up with a working plan. So that is what I do basically in Lagape Consultants.
Okay, and you say you supply jobs for gardeners, maids, and who
Yeah.
else? Gardeners,
Housekeepers. Yeah, I
housekeeping.
also do trained chefs. I also do that. And did I say nannies?
No, you didn't.
Nannies also. Yeah, basically
Ah,
all the domestic workers. Sometimes I'm able to give office assistants and messengers, but it is not so much. So I'm working in getting more job opportunities in that space also.
uh-huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very interesting in reference to your work with messengers because every now and then, hmm,
Mm-hmm.
I get a
Yeah.
call from someone who wants to deliver something and they will
Mm-hmm.
send it to me by a messenger. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I'd
Yeah.
like to do with you is at some point over the next week, let us make
Mm-hmm.
up a flyer
Yeah.
about Lagapi and the services you
Mm-hmm.
have so people will know that they
Awesome.
can contact you for messenger
Okay.
service.
Okay.
Hmm? Let
Okay.
Queen Mother assist you with that and get those
Thank you.
flyers out there because a lot
Thank
of
you.
people are having their products delivered through messenger today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in addition to messengers,
Mm-hmm.
um, food is being delivered. You
Yeah.
see, so you see, Selena, through your
Mm-hmm.
Lagapi consultants, we need to make all of the restaurants and all of the
Yeah.
fast food places, the pizza
Mm-hmm.
places. Are you writing this down? The
Mm-hmm.
pizza places, the chicken places,
Oh
all of
yes.
those people who have a delivery service. Let's make them
Yes.
aware that
Yeah.
you, in fact, have that ability to supply messengers. Now, where do you get your messengers from? Are they only in a specific region? Or what part of Nairobi are you servicing?
Basically, I'm based in Mulolongo in Machakos County, but my
Okay,
workers are all over. I am not restricted to one place.
okay,
I also give out day bags. You know those cleaning ladies for one day that you want them
hmm.
to come to your house, do some cleaning, thorough cleaning to your house. I also
Okay.
provide that.
Well, let me ask you a question on that one.
Eh,
Again, is this in Machakos or is it also in Nairobi?
Everywhere, even Runda, Kileleshwa, Lavington, anywhere you want somebody, I can get somebody for you.
Okay, I hope I'm not stepping out of line to ask you this question. I do have a
No.
young lady who comes to visit me for house cleaning, every
Uh-huh.
now and then. Not that often,
Mm-hmm.
every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
So, how much is
Mm-hmm.
your house cleaner for a day's work, or half day, or a day's work?
It depends with the load, the workload, because
Okay,
I charge depending with the house load. So if somebody is coming to do ironing and maybe cooking, laundry, you can't charge the same thing as somebody who just came to do laundry. So it depends with the workload. So you tell
well,
me
of
what you
course.
want done, then now
Okay,
we negotiate from there. And then I will also consider where you are because we have to consider the fare to the place, the nearest person to you.
okay, very
Yes.
well. Well,
Yeah.
we'll talk
Yeah.
about that offline. We'll talk about that
Yes. But
offline.
you know,
I'd like to be able to offer you some business, but I'll
oh
have to see
yes,
what
thank
your rates
you.
are in relationship to what I'm already doing. But I certainly
Trust
would
me,
like
they
to
are
give
very
you a try.
favorable. They are very favorable
Okay.
because I want my client to feel comfortable. I want my girl to feel comfortable. We have to come to a consensus so that
Uh-huh.
we are able to work together for long. Yeah. If I give you quality service and you pay fairly for it, we are able to
Mhm.
work for a long time. You are happy, my girl is happy, and I'm happy too.
All
We all
right.
win. Yes.
Very
Yes.
good.
It's a
Very
win-win
good. All right.
situation here. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just make sure, my dear, that we get a chance
Mm-hmm.
to talk offline to see what we can do
Yes.
in that
Thank you.
regard, in terms of the
Thank you.
housekeeper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I want to ask you first, I want to say, okay, I see that somebody's trying to get into the studio, but they said they're in a different room. Wow. Let me send them, let me just send that person the um,
Okay.
the link. They're trying to get
Okay.
in, but they said they're in a different room. So let me copy and send to them this. How do I do this? It's only for the person. Ah, yeah, yeah. Well, let me go. Hold on a second. Let me go here and
Okay.
see if I can
Mm-hmm.
send them this link. Let me just tell her to try this one. Okay. I'm asking her to
Mm-hmm.
try that one, and now let me come back with you. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, it looks like she's in because now she's saying grand rising and hello to everyone. Hello also to you, Rakaya. Okay. She'll be, hopefully, she'll be coming in shortly. Question
Mm-hmm.
number two. How
Mm-hmm.
long, Rakaya, I'm sorry, how long, Selena, have you been
Mm-hmm.
in mental health? Okay. And how long
Mm-hmm.
have you been a mental health advocate? And what exactly do you do in this field?
Um, I've been in mental health space for um, not for so long. But when I think about what I have been doing, I have been doing it without declaring that I'm a mental health advocate. It's only this year when I got into politics that I realized I need to talk more about mental health because I realize not many people talk about it, not many
Mhm.
people understand it, and it's a very big problem that we have here. We see every day somebody is committing suicide, every day
Mm.
somebody is depressed, every day people are fighting. There's a lot of gender-based violence. So that is the reason why I have come out strongly to talk about mental health, so that at least we can learn together what is mental health, what are the issues that are surrounding our mental health spaces. So I haven't been out strongly for long. Only this year, when I got into politics and I got to understand more of the challenges that are facing people, that now I am talking about it more.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Interesting. Are you
yeah.
finding this as young people or married people? Is it more men or more women? What are you finding out about that?
To be honest with you, Queen Mother, it is everybody is affected.
Ooh.
So I get a lot of young people, I get a lot of married women, a lot of them. It's such a sad reality of the state of affairs in the marriage space, because you will find that many people are married, but they're very single. You have somebody
Ooh.
there, like, yes, you have somebody there, but they feel alone in that marriage. When they're having issues, they don't feel
Mm.
comfortable to talk to you. They don't feel free talking to you
Mhm.
because they are scared of you judging them. They are scared of you not understanding them. So they end up piling all those things in their hearts, in their minds.
Mhm.
And that is the reason why you hear of somebody who has woken up one day, taken a knife and stabbed the wife or the husband, is because they feel frustrated. Nobody's understanding them, and they have been piling all those issues in their hearts. And it's like when you blow a balloon, it can only hold much hair inside it. So when it is too much, it is just burst. And that is what I have seen happening. So many people are piling issues, they're sweeping them under the carpet. They don't want to talk about it because they're scared nobody's going to understand them, or they're going to be belittled or demeaned. So they just, for the sake of peace and fearing conflict, they say, if I bring this thing up, it is going to bring conflicts. So it is better for me to not talk about it. And you do that today, you do that tomorrow, you do that next week, and by the time you realize it, 1 year is gone and there's a lot of unresolved things in that relationship. So what happens? One thing happens, then you snap, and then you just do the unthinkable. So it is a sad state of affairs. And I try as much as possible to talk about things on a daily basis on my Facebook page. And it is just the normal things that people think they don't matter that matters. Just the small things that people think that matter, that really matters. So I am doing my best, Queen Mother, to bring awareness out there. And I also relate with my own personal life. I don't pretend that I don't face those challenges. I face
Well,
them. Yeah, and I talk about freely because I've realized when you talk about your experience, people tend to resonate with it. And then they're like, oh, if she went through that and she overcame it, even me, myself, I can overcome it. I remember there's a time, many years back, I was going through a very tough time. I was feeling so hopeless, and I decided to walk until where I will. I don't know whether I wanted to die, or I don't know what I was in my mind, but I was really going through a tough time. I my self-esteem was gone. I could not look at you the way I'm looking at you. I could not even express myself. And I realized it's so easy to lose yourself. It is very easy. And it's like when you are going through a tough time, that time you feel like the world, nobody cares. The world doesn't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
Nobody cares what is happening to you. And that is the reason why I'm really passionate about this, because I want people to know that even if you feel the world doesn't care, Selina cares. And I know God cares so much for us, and He has perfect plans for us. That is why I want to be there to tell people it is okay not to be okay. It is okay to talk about what
Wow.
is happening. Yeah, it is okay not to be okay. And not every day you'll be feeling happy and encouraged and up there. The vibrations are up there, your vibes are up there. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're a loser. Sometimes you're going to feel like you have made terrible mistakes in your life. And it is okay to feel that way. And it is
Okay.
okay to feel that you don't want to do anything. It is okay to feel that you don't even want to talk about it. It is okay to
Okay.
feel that way. It is
Mm.
okay. It is okay. People don't understand it. And that is why people are faking a life that is not the truth. They're not living their truth because they want to portray something that is not. Because there's a way the society as main things look like. You're supposed to be, even as motivational speakers, we are always telling people, be positive, be happy, wake up, smile. The life is beautiful, the life is sweet. And then you wake up one day and you don't feel all that sweetness, you don't feel all that positive vibes. So what do you do? And like, for example, me, I'm always encouraging people to be happy, to have those high vibrations. So what happens when I am not in those high vibrations, when I'm not happy? I might be scared. I can't be scared because I know what is right for me. But if you don't know, you will hide behind something, because you want to portray that image of being happy all the time, being financially stable all the time. And it is not good, because it is going to put you down, because you are portraying what you are not. And that is why I'm saying it is okay not to be okay. And
Wow.
nobody should look down upon you because you have come out to say, today, Selina, I am not feeling happy. I feel
Mm.
sad.
Wow.
Even when we teach kids like that, it's okay for a kid to be sad.
Hmm.
It's okay for a
Okay.
kid to cry. So as
Mm.
parents, I don't like it when you are telling a child, don't cry. Why should
Mm.
they not cry if they feel like crying? Cry,
Yes.
let that pain come out of you, process that pain, then you are going to be okay. But if
Yeah.
I am
Now on
crying and
that
you are
one.
telling me,
Hmm.
if I am
Hmm.
crying and you are telling me
Hmm.
not to cry, what is going to happen to those tears that I want them to flow? What is going to happen to
Well,
that
well.
pain? You know?
Mm.
I want that
Yes.
pain out of my heart. So when you are telling me not to cry, not to express my pain, not to express my
Hmm.
sadness, what
Hmm.
exactly do you want me to do? Queen
Well,
Mother.
Selena, I have to jump in on this one. So
Mm-hmm,
often, when it comes to
mm-hmm,
women, they say to
mm-hmm,
us, don't cry, be
mm-hmm,
strong. So, for many centuries and many decades, women have tried to do just that, to be quote unquote strong, even though they
mm-hmm,
were hurting inside.
mm-hmm,
Well, I want to say to the world, I
mm-hmm.
am not a proponent of holding it in. I am not
Oh
for
yes.
holding it in.
Mm-hmm.
I am for letting it out,
Oh
letting it
yes.
out, letting it
Mm-hmm,
out.
mm-hmm,
And let me just say to you, people say, Queen Mother,
mm-hmm,
you're strong. Don't cry. You're stronger than that. And you know what I'm saying to them now? Bullshit.
mm-hmm,
If
mm-hmm.
I feel like crying, I'm going to cry.
Oh yes. It's a
And I
blessing to
must say
cry,
to you,
actually.
even as we sit here on this show
Mm-hmm,
this evening, Queen Mother
mm-hmm.
actually have some things that are weighing heavy on her heart.
Oh
And
yes.
what I decided to do about it is I'm not going to try
Mm-hmm.
to manage it all alone and by
Oh yes.
myself.
Mm-hmm,
I have decided that after the show is over this evening, I want to
mm-hmm,
get on the line with my big sister and talk to her
mm-hmm.
about my heart pain. I
Oh
want to get on
yes.
the line with my pastor and talk
Mm-hmm,
about my heart pain.
mm-hmm,
I want to get on the line with my friends, those who listen to
mm-hmm,
me and speak about
mm-hmm,
my pain. Because
mm-hmm.
trying to hold it all in can be very stressful. And that's not what
Yes.
I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I invite
Yeah.
those of you out there who's listening to the show today, don't try to be a
Mm-hmm.
strong woman, just be a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then just
A
being a
woman of
woman,
faith.
you will get to
Yeah.
be a human being.
Mm-hmm.
And what do human
Yeah.
beings do? Human beings do
Mm-hmm.
cry.
Oh
Human
yes.
beings do express laughter. Human beings do
Mm-hmm.
express joy. And human beings
Mm-hmm.
do express pain. So I want you
Oh
to hear
yes.
from this mental health expert this evening that whatever
Mm-hmm.
you're going through, you don't have to go
Mm-hmm.
through it alone. Do we
Oh
have
yes.
a phone number that we'd like to, a website or someplace we can give to people if they want to talk to you after the show?
Oh yes. I'll give
Give it
I'll
to me
give
so
my
I can put
number.
it in the chat.
Okay. 07
Okay, so let me
22.
put here just a moment. Selina Wendy, and I'm going to also say mental health counselor. And the
Mm-hmm.
number is, I'm going to put plus 254 because we do have some international listeners. Plus
Okay.
254. What else? What's the rest of the number?
7
Mm-hmm.
722 6
722
66
66
66 again.
66 again.
Yeah.
Okay.
77.
77.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Let me read that
Mm-hmm.
back.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Selena, mental health counselor, her number is,
Mm-hmm.
if you're listening from abroad, it's plus 254 seven two
Mm-hmm.
two six
Mm-hmm.
six six
Mm-hmm.
6677. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Wow. We're going to put that on the screen so that
Mm-hmm.
people can see it. Okay.
Eh.
This is how you reach her.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're local, you know to put a zero in front of the seven. But if
Oh
you're reaching
yes.
for Selena from abroad, you must do
Mm-hmm.
plus 254, which is the
Mm-hmm.
international code that'll get you
Oh
into
yes.
Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Geez.
Mm.
Well, in addition to having the business,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to being a mental health counselor, this young
Mm-hmm.
lady is also a what we call a WIP. A WIP means a woman in politics. And
Oh
During
yes.
the Kenya 2022 election, she did
Mm-hmm.
throw her
Mm-hmm.
hat into the ring. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so
Mm-hmm.
talk to us a little bit about why did you decide to throw your hat into the ring?
Oh, and before I say that, there's something very little I did not mention about what else also I do. And
Okay.
those people who are trained in so many things, and
Mhm.
I feel like I'm blessed because I love what I do. Um, and I was thinking, being because sometimes people feel overwhelmed.
Mhm.
They want to debrief. They want to relax, and I am also a professional masseuse. I do massages
What?
and I do reflexology. Yes, I am very good in that. And I will take care of your mental space and I will take care also of your body. You see, so and I will also take care of your house domestic issues. So, yes, and I love that, because I love and I really feel happy when I take care of somebody and they are smiling, they are feeling appreciated, they are feeling loved. So, you see, Queen Mother, I love it,
Wow.
yes.
Wow. How long have you been doing that?
That one is more than 18 years.
18 years?
Yes, I used to work
What do you
with
mean
the.
18 years? You're not much older than 18 yourself.
Oh my goodness! I used to
My
work
goodness.
in Westgate before it was bombed. I used to work with a company called Ashley's Kenya. They used to be Westgate. They are still there. So when it was bombed and we went to another place, then I decided to do my own business. So I am a professional, trained, excellent in that. So and I love it, and I love it. So I
Wow.
am blessed. I am blessed. So I
My
thought I
goodness.
should add that. I felt
Okay.
I should add that. Yes.
Well, thank you for adding that because that was not in your bio that you
Yes,
are a
I forgot.
masseuse.
I
Wow.
forgot. Yes. Yeah.
And you see, ladies and gentlemen, what we're learning from Selena is that it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to be multi talented because many of us
Mm-hmm.
learned during the pandemic when those jobs went away and you couldn't go
Yeah.
into the office. And many of them
Mm-hmm.
laid you off and you didn't even have a job. She says
Mm-hmm.
she's been doing these trades for 18 years. That means
Yes.
you got started when you were 2 years old. How is that possible?
Yes, mother. How old did you think I was?
Well, if you really want me to tell you what I think, I'm thinking
Uh-huh.
that you're probably somewhere in your early 30s.
Oh my goodness, I am honored. Had many years on top of that.
Wow. Well, bless you,
It's
honey.
God's gift.
See, with this
Mm-hmm.
melanin in our skin, often people
Mm-hmm.
can't tell what our age
Mm-hmm.
is. But you
Yeah,
continue with
it's a
all of
blessing.
these jobs you're doing. Do you have a flyer about the fact that you're also a masseuse? How do people get
No,
to
I
know what
didn't.
you
I'm
do?
not. I think I should do that. Yeah, we can. I have a page for that. Because I used to have a salon, so I have a page for that.
Mhm. Do people
Yeah,
come
it's
to the
called.
page? Are you doing social media? How do they know it's even
Yeah,
there? You're doing
yeah. I
social
will.
media?
Yeah, I will send it to you, then you can link it. I'll tag you so that you see it.
Okay. Okay, do
Yeah,
that. Do that.
yeah,
My God.
yes,
Ladies and
yes,
gentlemen, you're
yes.
hearing that she not only will take care of your mental world,
Mm-hmm,
she will not only take care of your physical space in terms of
mm-hmm,
where you live,
mm-hmm.
she will also come and massage your body. Now, I'm a woman who
Take the
definitely believe
pain
in
away from
massages.
you. Yeah, it's
Wow.
amazing. It's
Wow.
amazing. It's
I'm so
amazing.
excited to learn about all of the work that you do in
Yes.
working with a human being. I mean, it's like
Mm-hmm.
given the skill sets that you're giving us,
Oh,
right?
yes.
It's,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've met anybody before, Selena, who does
Mm-hmm.
the things that you do, from the mental,
Uh-huh.
to the emotional,
Mm-hmm.
even to your physical space.
Yes, and I love it. I love it so much.
Wow, wow. Okay.
Call me with mother. You come and experience what I do. Then you'll be able to tell them she is excellent, you know?
We're going to do that by the grace of
Mhm.
God before this
Yes.
2022 year is over. I want a
Oh, yeah.
massage,
Oh, yes.
okay? And we'll
That is
talk
the
about
best
the
gift you
housekeeper
can
thing
give
as
to
well,
yourself. Yes,
okay?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So now, those of you tuning in, you hear what our sister is saying, that she can
Mm-hmm.
take care of you from a mental point of view. And we
Mm-hmm.
put her phone number on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Kenya's tuning in. Let's
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kenya, she was on the show last week. Thank you, sweetheart, for
Oh,
tuning in
nice.
today.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about all this stuff that Miss Selena is doing? Of course, Kenya has a myriad of things that she does as well, but
Oh,
she
yes.
has a talent for working with new mothers,
Ah,
lactating
wow.
mothers.
Amazing.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I was
Mm-hmm.
very happy to hear about that. I'm going to have to
Mm-hmm.
speak with her some more about her work,
Mm.
and then we want to really have some mothers on the show with
Oh,
her,
yes.
Mother Kingy,
Mm-hmm.
to talk about
Mm-hmm.
the difference her work has made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you
Yeah.
have people, Selena, who you have serviced who would be willing to
Mm-hmm.
talk about or give a testimony of your work?
Yeah, I can get. I can get.
Okay. Well,
Mm.
I think that's going to be important. I think I want to do a show that's called I Want to Testify.
Yes.
I want to testify show. And on that
Mm-hmm.
show, we want
Mm.
people to talk about how they've been blessed through people that
Yes.
God have brought into their lives.
Oh,
I'm a firm
yes.
believer that God can
Mm.
only do for you what
Yes.
he can do through you. And it
Oh,
is through
yes.
men and women that God
Mm-hmm.
works. That's the way
Mm-hmm.
we get work here on this place called planet Earth,
Oh,
through
yes.
men and women. Of course, we receive
Mm-hmm.
help through the Holy Spirit, but God works through us. So when
Oh,
we have
yes.
people on the show who's telling you
Mm-hmm.
about the things that they do, please take
Mm.
them up on it.
Oh,
Please take them
yes.
up on it. Let me
Mm-hmm.
find Selena's phone number and put
Mm-hmm.
it on the board again. Here
Okay.
we go. So
Mm-hmm.
you know how to reach her and talk
Mm-hmm.
to her, because she can help you in so very many areas.
Oh,
Mm.
yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you, I want to go back to talking to you about that politician. So now
Yes.
tell us why you decided to throw your hat into the ring.
Okay. The reason why I decided to get into politics is, I interact with so many people on a daily basis, and I had seen the way people need to be served, but they don't get that kind of service. The kind of it's a right to be served, but they don't even understand that. So what I was even doing as I was campaigning is explaining to them that it is your right to be served. You don't have to beg for a certain service because you have put somebody in the office so that you have employed them. You are the employer, because if you were not the employer, you will not vote for that person. So I
Mhm.
was educating them on now it is their right to be served, and that they deserve to get quality services because they are their
Mhm.
employers. So the reason why I got into politics is because I felt there is much to be done, and I was seeing very little being done, and I wanted to be the voice to the voiceless, the people who cannot
Mhm.
talk on their behalf. Like one of the needs that I have seen, and everybody, and I am very happy because I have seen you are doing something about it, providing disposable, reusable sanitary towels. I have
Mhm.
really, where I come from, and you are not Kenyan, but when we were growing up, we used to
Mhm.
get free milk in all the schools. When we were growing up, we used to get
Mhm.
free milk. And I have been asking myself, why is it that girls cannot get free sanitary towels? Because it
Mhm.
is not they did not choose to be born as girls, so they don't deserve to suffer to miss schools every month because they
Mhm.
don't have sanitary towels. So one of the things I was championing for is so that the government will make sanitary towels available for all the girls. And I was
Okay.
also saying, as the girls get free sanitary towels, I was also saying, if I am in a position, I will also champion for the boys to get free innerwears. It might seem like a weird thing, but I am telling you for free, there are some boys who will wear innerwears when they are going to Form 1. Do your research. You will find that there are so many young boys who don't have innerwears because the parents cannot afford it. And because of lack of free sanitary towels, I realized that so many girls get impregnated because they have lacked 50 shillings. It is a small thing, yet it has
Mhm.
very big consequences,
Mhm.
because a girl will look at the mother doesn't have food, there is no food at home, there is nothing, maybe the father is not present, and then they are on that special day of the month, then a guy gives them 50 bob, to buy that sanitary towel. So how is this girl supposed to pay this boy? And in in doing that, you find a girl gets into they become pregnant because of lacking an essential thing like sanitary towel, which goes for 50 bob. So I see this, and it is so much it is something that we can do
Mhm.
something about, because so many girls are missing schools, they are becoming young mothers because
Mhm.
of lacking sanitary towels. you know
Okay.
so
Okay.
so the reason why I went into politics is so that I can be a voice to the voiceless. There are so many disabled people who don't get the necessary things like wheelchairs. They don't get like medicine, those who take medicine every day,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
feel like the government can do so much,
Mm.
and
Mm.
I am not saying they are not trying, but I was feeling like we need to do more. We need to talk about these issues more. And on that, I also wanted there's so many trade counselors, they don't have jobs. And
Mhm.
in all the public hospitals, my prayer is that the way we have doctors everywhere, and you
Mhm.
go confidently to see a doctor because they will not say your problem. I pray and wish that we would have therapists, counselors in all the hospitals, because
Okay.
one of
Okay.
the things people fear going to counselors because first it is expensive, and not many people can afford to pay for a therapist. But
Mm-hmm.
when you know you can get one in hospital, nobody will know that you are going to see a counselor or you are going to see a doctor. Because as
Mm-hmm.
I told you, there's a lot of stigma around mental health. When you start talking about it, somebody will think you are crazy,
Yes, yes,
you are not,
yes.
and nobody wants people to think that they have lost it. So, but when you
It's
have
true.
a counselor that you are going to privately, and
Mm-hmm.
it is in a hospital setup, nobody will know, because we become ill every day. We are coughing, we have headaches, we have
Mm-hmm.
whatever kind of diseases. And those are the things that I really wanted to champion for. I hope
Mm-hmm.
I've answered you well.
You have answered us. You've answered me. You've answered the audience. People are tuning in. They're having things to say. They're very happy, Selena, to hear what you're doing. In
Mm-hmm,
fact, one of the listeners said they are in awe of
mm-hmm.
how you are so multi-talented. And they said,
Thank
good
you.
job. And they need a massage too. So it looks like you've gotten at least 3 massage customers from the show today. And certainly
Thank
one
you.
job for house cleaning, and that would be me.
Oh,
Last
thank
but
you.
not least, let me ask you, what are
Mm-hmm.
your future plans in politics?
I will still want to buy again, and
Okay.
yeah, because what people were saying, they were saying that I came out very late. They don't know me because I started campaigning in March this year. And
Mm,
uh, I was also using a party that was not popular in Ukambani. It is
okay.
not known. So now I have learned that I need to get the right party. I need to start early so that I can get more popular. So I will still vie again because my dream is still very alive. I want to serve people.
Mm,
I want to be the change I want to see. Have you gotten that?
wow.
I want to be the change that I want to see. So,
Wow.
I will not feel discouraged. It is not easy. Politics.
Mm,
Oh my goodness.
wow.
Oh,
Honey,
hey,
I will say to you that that is one of my bylines. Be the change that you want to see. Be that change.
yes, you
Be that
know,
change. And just like
yes.
our theme for this
Mm-hmm.
season for Queen Mother Speaks is, if not you, who?
Then who? If
And then
not
if not
now, then
now,
when? You know,
when? But the
you
time
know.
is when. The time is
Mm-hmm.
when. Now.
Oh yes.
The
Mm-hmm.
time is now. The time is now.
Yes.
Let me take a moment to do a few mentions on the show. We want to make a mention to Soul Vegetarian Restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
0742 654 810. They also have cooking classes. You can go to the
Mm-hmm.
restaurant and enjoy some very, very good vegetarian food. They even have vegetarian pizza. They have vegetarian sausages. Check them out. Soul Vegetarian Restaurant, 0742 654 810. And if you want to learn how to cook more healthy, give them a call and sign up for one of those cooking classes. We also have
Mm-hmm.
Lucille's Kitchen. Now, in Lucille's Kitchen, we say if something sweet is what you want to eat, then you better give Lucille a call. And Lucille do have those sweet potato pies because the sweet potato pie is this week for Thanksgiving. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but she has so much, 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 much more. So we want you to
Mm-hmm.
give Lucille's Kitchen a call, 0732567327. 0732 567 327 for Lucille's Kitchen. Now, Bonga Dada Bonga is the second platform that we have, and it comes on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Tune in to the Bonga
Mm-hmm.
Dada Bonga Show. We will have Selena on the Bonga Dada Bonga Show tomorrow, Thursday, where she's going to go into more detail about her work in politics and what happened for her as a politician. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to tell us a lot more that we didn't cover today on the Queen Mother Speak Show. Miss
Mm-hmm.
Aisha Davala, who is Kenya's blood ambassador, reminds you to continue to visit the blood bank and deposit your blood. Why?
Mhm.
Kenya
Mhm.
needs it. On the other front, we have Miss Mia. Mia will be heading to Northern Rwanda with the Action Aid to help build a much needed classroom block for children attending a primary school, okay, in
Mhm.
Rwanda. So if you want to
Mhm.
help out with that, go to www.justgiving.com, fundraiser
Mhm.
slash Mia Farrell 1. If you want to help
Mhm.
Mia in building that primary classroom in Rwanda. Also from Blissipline, we had Mary Cordelia with the Blissipline program, and this is an enlightenment program. And these are practices that strengthen our ability to weather challenges and weather storms. You can get that
Mhm.
free Blissipin workshop by going to http dot slash slash blissipline.life. Let me spell that for you. http colon slash slash BLISSIPLINE dot
Mhm.
life. Again, that's an
Mhm.
enlightenment program. And she's offering some free sessions, and these sessions are to
Mhm.
help us cope with our challenges.
Mhm.
Chances are, Selena, you may want to check into that and use that as a
Mhm.
resource as well, because they
Oh.
offer free courses for people
Mhm.
dealing with
Oh
challenges
wow.
that can right into what you're doing. Last but not
Okay.
least, under my mentions today, I'd like to talk about my young Kenyan friend by the name of Raul. Okay, excuse me,
Mhm.
excuse me, and thank you for allowing me to have that sip. Now, I met Raul, I'm going to say back in um, September of this year.
Mhm.
What a talented man he is. And he says on Sayata Sai's Baba's birthday, Raul is going to announce that he will direct his next music video, which is going to be called Musical Dreams. Now, Raul has always had a dream, despite many challenges that he may have, but he never gave up on his dream of becoming a
Mhm.
director like Karen Joher or Aditya
Mhm.
Chopra. This has been his dream. Okay. He said he gave
Mhm.
himself a chance and he opened a way for himself that would not only make his dreams come true, but many people out there he can also reach. So, what Raul has done at the age of 18, he wrote a love song. Okay. And that love
Oh.
song when he was a teenager. And he's planning to shoot that video on the Yash Ra Films, which is full of love, and this great song that he wrote, which is very close to his heart, will that video will be coming out. I believe the date is on December 10th.
Mhm.
Now, Raul says if you would like to sponsor part of that video, that project with him, you can reach him on WhatsApp at 070 747 3410. And if you call that number and give Raul a call, let me tell you, you're going to wind up supporting him because once you talk to
Mhm.
him and you hear what Raul is about, you're going to want to support him. So again, his
Mhm.
name is Raul Bahavan, Bhavan. Again, you can reach Raul on 0707 473 410 and find out about his musical video that he's planning to launch on December 10th and see how can you be a part of it. Okay? Very good.
Mhm.
All right. So right now we want to invite you to continue to tune in to Queen Mother Speaks every Wednesday live at 5 p.m. East Africa time and at 9 a.m. New York time. Go to facebook.com/slash Queen Mother Speaks, or you can go to facebook.com/slash Arthur Teresa R. Kemp and find out more about
Mhm.
the show. Now, be sure that you know your time zone. You know, in America, they change time zones. In Kenya, they do not. The time stays
Mhm.
the same year round. So when we say the show is 5 p.m. East Africa time, that's exactly what we mean. But if you're in
Mhm.
America, you're on another continent, find out your time zone and tune into Queen Mother Speaks. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Next week, November 30th, we're going to be having session 4 with Rakaya, who is our health and wellness coach. She'll be coming in with her fourth session, but she'll also give us a review of the previous 3 sessions, okay, that she's done. So that will be on next week. And also, we're going to show you some videos from the pads distribution in the Mara that we had a week or so ago. We want to take this moment to thank the Wilborn Sisters Designs for our Wakanda crowns. Our jewelry
Mm-hmm.
is from GV Glimmer in the Volta
Mm-hmm.
region. Many of our fashions rather, are by Ghanaian designers. We thank them. Our designers are from the USA, as well as in Kenya, also from Ghana. Our inspirational verse comes from Hillside International Truth Center, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Our Living Abroad flyer is by permission from Payapa Art Center. Our virtual room on Queen Mother Speaks is supported by Street Code and StreamYard. Thank you, StreamYard. I am your host, Ella Dashanaba King, also known as Queen Mother. Our co-host is Nana Efua Adezawa, also known as Terry Kemp. The Toledo Report is by Miss Elizabeth Myers. The Sankofa Elders would be Professor Al Gaskins and Dr. Willie Butler. Our Youth in Africa segment, we get our youth from all over Africa through an organization called Youth in Africa. Our Art of Living expert facilitators on breathing, and our studio guest today, again, we thank Selena for being one of our studio guests. And of course, we thank you too for tuning in and participating. Thank all of you who were so active, in the chat room. And as you can see, um, the, the chats and the comments are still coming in for you, Selena. So we'll have to have you back. And of course, again, if you tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m., you'll be able to hear from her and learn more about what it took for her to be in politics and how did Kenya treat her? How did the women treat her? How did her family treat her? What
Oh
about
yes,
friendship to make that happen?
yes.
We'll talk about
Mm-hmm.
that all tomorrow on the Bonga Dada Bonga show. So you can go
Okay.
at 7 p.m., tune in, just click on facebook.com/Bonga Dada Bonga. So right now we've
Mm-hmm.
run over time a little bit, but it was well worth it. Let's end our show the way we always do. And Selena, the way we end our show is we do a kiss
Mm-hmm.
with our left hand, a kiss with our right hand, and then a kiss with both hands. Would you like to do
Mm-hmm.
that with us to end the show?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Then
No, we're going to do it together.
okay.
We're going to do it together. Left hand first.
Uh-huh.
Left hand.
Oh,
Come
left
on.
hand. Uh-huh.
Throw the kiss out. All right. And then we're now going to do the right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Right hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And now we're going to use both hands and we're throwing this
Mm-hmm.
love into the universe. Are you ready? Let's
Yes.
go. Mwah.
No, that's
Very good.
amazing.
Thank you
Thank
again.
you.
This is Queen Mother Speaks. Tune in every Wednesday live at 5 p.m. And you can reach us at facebook.com/Queen Mother Speaks. Thank you for tuning in. And Selena, again, thank you, honey, for a great show. We're going to end the
Thank you, ma.
broadcast for now, but if you have questions for her, let us know. We'll be sure to pass them on. This is Queen Mother Speaks.